Hi, I'm GadgetUK, also known as Chris. Gadget was a name that stuck actually from many years ago when I was office based. A friend of mine, a colleague, used to call me Gadget, so it was just a name that stuck really, and that was why I went with GadgetUK. So what is this channel? Well, it's a series of repairs and mods and kind of vlog-ish of the stuff, you know, that I've collected myself. Now there are exceptions there where I've looked at something for somebody else or something I've bought and then fixed and then sold on. It's unusual for you to get me on camera like this. It's a confidence thing really. I have this thing with my eyes. It's like, you know, I'll show you, if I look one way, you see this eye, it's like I have a lazy eye, and it's like for that reason, when I'm okay when I look like that, but it's like, yeah, it does my head in. It's like, you know, you say if there's anything you could change about yourself, I changed the way my that eye works there, I think. So yeah, it's quite rare for me to come behind the camera here, but it's Halloween almost, and Halloween, I don't know, there's something about Halloween, it sort of it gets me to go on camera, I don't know why. It's strange. As you can see, I'm wearing a bandana this time instead of a baseball cap as I did on my 666 subscribers videos. But yeah, it's quite rare for me to go on camera for that reason. I also suffer from multiple chemical sensitivity and chronic fatigue. Now, you might not be aware of either of those, but chronic fatigue's kind of got a bad press really, in the sense that, you know, you hear about people with chronic fatigue and you think, what the hell's that? That sounds like an imaginary thing, some sort of psychological thing. And actually, I've been challenged on it so many times. You know, my bosses I've worked for have said, you know, are you sure it's not in your mind? You know, you sure that you're not? And I'm like, no, I'm not imagining it. And it's like, it's related to the multiple chemical sensitivity side that I have reactions to all sorts of things. So that is one of the main reasons, you know, all sorts of food groups and things, you know, like carbohydrates, sugars, you know, fructose, dextrose. I still eat quite a varied diet, but it's like I just have reactions. Every time I eat, I have reactions. When I sleep, I have reactions to my hormones. You know, my hormones cause me problems as well. It's just like, it just drives me nuts. But anyway, I'm rambling on. That's one of the reasons why when people ask me, will I do repairs, can I do a repair for them, etc. 9 times out of 10 I'll say, I'm sorry, I can't do customer repairs. My health, you know, I've got a full-time job as well. So we're coming back to what this channel's about. Yeah, it's the journey, I guess, of my collection as it's evolved for the last 3 or 4 years. It's kind of come to that point where it has sort of, I've completed what I originally set out to do. So I mean, there might be some recycling. I might sell a few systems to purchase new ones. I might try and see if I can squeeze more systems into the space I've got. You know, storage boxes are a good thing to do if you're new to retro collecting. I'll perhaps show you one of those in a minute towards the end here. Get yourself some of those storage boxes, because those can really help, you know, contain a system and all the accessories within a box. And I might do a separate video on that at some point in the future. But yeah, this is just kind of an intro to my channel, what to expect. Now, there are lots of mistakes throughout my videos. Some of my earlier videos are cringeworthy, they seriously are. I didn't have a tripod, and I look back now, I think, why did I not take ESD safety, you know, seriously in that video? There's loads where I was on the carpet and stuff, and yeah, it's kind of reminiscent of, you know, it's going back to when I was, you know, living with my parents many years ago. When I lived at home and I was, you know, studying and stuff, and when I first got my first job in the repair industry, you know, I would often work on the carpet at home, and then there's just something nostalgic about it. It's like, that's one of the reasons why you always see me working on the carpet. I've got a table, I've got a really good table in the other room there that would be ideal to work on, but there's just something about getting on your knees on the carpet, and you know, and just doing some home sort of mods and hacks and things and repairs. But yeah, if you're going to, you know, do your own repairs, you know, obviously get yourself an ESD bench mat and get yourself an ESD wrist strap. Take ESD, you know, seriously. And there are certain systems where I do take it seriously. I don't always show on camera. Things like on the C64, you know, the CMOS chips and HMOS chips on those, they're mega sensitive. I'm talking, you can just look at, you know, a 6526 or a SID the wrong way, or funnily enough, stick a SID in the wrong way, you'll kill it. You know, they're so sensitive, those CMOS and HMOS chips and NMOS chips. So yeah, you don't always show. I don't always show it. I don't always refer to it, but you know, it's something I've kind of taken more seriously as time has gone on. So you know, more often than not now, you'll see me working off an ESD mat, and I always wear a wrist strap when I'm dealing with components and things. So please, you know, rate videos, and please, you know, comment and stuff. And if you can, consider supporting via Patreon.